Good evening, everyone. Physics Class 11. We have to talk about our Wednesday evening's outcome. So, I've got some good news and some bad news. First of all, here it is. Second of all, I'm not going to show you any more than that. The rest I'm going to talk about. So let's have a look at this. It's a Unit 1 task. It's a so-called data analysis task. What does this mean for you? It means you're going to be given some information, and usually you either have to make a graph from it or interpret a graph of it. Okay? So you have to be aware that you're going to have to be drawing graphs or making use of tables or something else. Okay? So what else do you see in here? Well, 50 minutes long and 40 marks. Okay? What are we going to use now? I'm going to get rid of this so you can't see it and I can. You'll get to see plenty of it on Wednesday evening. Okay, so I hope you can see this over here now. When I go over to energy from the nucleus, nope, nuclear and radioactivity physics, because that's the topic it is. And we've got all this information in here. I'm going to go to the student book, and I'm going to shrink that back down so you can see it. Okay, it's just loading because, wow, it's working so well as per usual. Get rid of the downloads. Okay, so we're going to talk about this. As I said, there are 50 minutes and 40 marks. Okay, there are, however, additionally, one big question, two big questions, three big questions, four questions, five questions, six questions, seven questions in total. Of course, some of them have more than one part. Okay, so I'm going to go down now. It seems to be working very slowly for some reason. Well, I might just open it up a different way, I think, because that's being difficult. So I will go and open up the PDF file instead. I'm going to browse the CD. You can see me going and fetching it down here on the media, PDFs, chapter 1. Yeah, that worked a bit faster, didn't it? Get rid of the bookmark so we can see Unit 1. And down the bottom here are our dot points. Here they are down here. So I'm going to zoom in on them a little bit so I can see them a bit better. Let's try 100%. Whoops-a-daisy, too far. There we go. All right, so let's talk. What can you see? Okay, question 1. Question 1 is worth a total of 2, 6, 8, 10, 11 marks. And that's 11 out of the original 40 marks, so that's a fairly meaty question. You better do well on that one. Okay, right. This question asks you to convert a table to a graph. So I hope you know how to plot points on a graph, because that's basically what's being asking you to do. So question 1, part A, is about background radiation. So background radiation is, here we go. Natural and artificial isotopes, neutron absorption, identify sources. So probably over here, it's part of describe the radioactive decay in terms of this. Model radioactive decay, modeling there, okay. There we go, so it's part of that one. That's 1A for 2 marks. 1B is plot the graph for 4 marks. That is pretty much 3 marks. Any decent Year 7 student should be able to do this, possibly even a primary school student. So have 4 marks if you know what a primary student can do. Okay, then you get another 2 marks for reading the graph you drew. So that's 6 marks of that. That's pretty easy. And then you have to look at and understand half-life. So it's dot point 2 there, that one. So that's D. And E is working half-life backwards, and actually a challenging question, but worth all of 1 mark. So, again, question 1, part A, is about dot point 2. Part B and C are about drawing graphs. D is about dot point 2, estimating half-life. And E is a complicated dot point 2 question as well. Now into question 2. which is about half-life again. So it's all about dot point 2. Okay. So 2A is worth 2 marks and is dot point 2. 2B is about, here we go, this dot point here, alpha, beta, and gamma radiation. Okay. And 2C is about describing the effects of alpha, beta, and gamma radiation. Okay. And then 2D is about decay equations again. So back here to this dot point. And then we are finished with that question. So 2A, 2 marks, about half-life, dot point 2. 2B is about 1 mark and is about this dot point over here, nuclear transformation, 1 mark. 2C is 2 marks and is about this dot point over here, alpha, beta, gamma radiation. And 2D is worth 2 marks again and is about the nuclear transformation, decay equations. Yay, finish that one. Question 3 is worth a total of 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 marks. That's another one. And guess what? It's drawing a graph again. Alright, so part A is about half-life graphs. Again, part B is about half-life using your graph. Part C is the decay equation. This one again. And part D is about this one again. And part E is about this again. So it's all about those two so far. Make sure you know how to do those questions. Okay. So now up to question 4, which is a total of 4 marks. It's a small one. Okay. So question 4 is fairly simple. It's about these 2 dot points. Basically, it's about radionuclides. So, know what a radionuclide is. 4B is a nasty one. You really need to know about this dot point decay series. So I hope you've got some idea about some decay series. Okay, question 5 is about types of radiation. In other words, we're back here, this dot point. So question 5 is first one, part 5 is only one question. It's worth 4 whole marks, or 10% of your mark, and it's all about this dot point here. Question 6, the second last question of the test, is about the effects of radiation on living things in the environment, and about, obviously, absorbed doses, dose equivalents, sieverts, and effective doses. You better make sure you know that one. And question 7, the last question, is more about, again, this section, and more about this section here. There you go. That's the entire test. Good luck, and I wish you all the best. See you on Wednesday afternoon in B8. Remember to bring your summary sheets.